Hello, my well-being buddies. Here we are. We've already done the video on what is anger and going to your GP and getting that all done. But then ultimately you're told, well, you've got to manage this. So here are some top tips on how to manage anger. First of all, we're going to recognize our triggers. We're going to practice some relaxation techniques. We need to learn the art of communication, being better at what we're doing. We need to take time out. We need to look after ourselves and really get to the heart of what the problem is. We need to look at some problem solving skills. We need to seek support and we need to practice self-care. So you'll be pleased to know we've got videos already done on these topics. So if you search those in my channel, you'll be able to see some of these, but let's run through this. So managing anger can be challenging, and that's because it's a normal human response, but it scales. Is it appropriate? Was it a normal response, or was it 0 to 100? If it's 0 to 100, maybe there's a neurodivergency there, autism, ADHD, something along those lines around a global delay, or there may be another mental health problem there or an underlying condition. So it may always be worthwhile to get this checked. There are assessment tools out there to manage your anger scales, but you want some techniques on managing this. So here we go. 1, recognize the triggers. So keep a note, keep a diary, recognize when you're getting angry, and then look at those events and try and analyze them. What was it in particular? Was it something somebody said? Was it where you were? Was it a response to anxiety? Is it around substance misuse? What is the trigger? Where is it coming from? And if you have your trigger, we can do some work on that. Maybe we could do some emotional freedom techniques. You know, I can control this. I'm not angry. I can control this anger. I'm a calm person. I'm in control. Maybe. Or maybe it's coming from a place where there was trauma. Then we need a bit of EMDR to try and release some of that trauma. Or maybe it's just coming from stress and anxiety. So maybe we need some medication to help us with that. But let's try and work out where it's coming from. If it's substance, let's get help with that substance. Let's get to root cause analysis. If it's identity, let's get help with that. There is always going to be a root cause. 7 whys, remember. Why are you acting like that? Why is that happening like that? Why is that happening like that? Dig, 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 dig. Great. But ultimately, I'm still angry. I know why I'm angry, but I'm still angry. Let's try some of these relaxation techniques that we've done. So we've got the breathing techniques down. There's a video on that in this channel, so watch those. We've got some progressive muscle relaxation techniques, the PMR techniques. There's another video on that in here, so have a watch of that, and you may learn some of that. I've done the video on meditation, so hopefully you can watch that. And again, we'll do a video on reducing stress and to keep calm. It could be around the way that we verbalize, and we're not very good at verbalizing. So when you're trying to express your anger, just find a different way of talking and maybe use an I statement. Because when we say I, it's personal to us. We're expressing our feelings. You know, I feel angry. I feel let down. I feel stressed. And therefore, you're not attacking other people. This is your opinion and it's valid. This is a valid feeling. It just needs to be managed. Maybe we've got to take some time out. So if you feel yourself becoming angry, take a break from whatever you're doing, regain perspective, go for a walk, do a distraction, listen to some music, do some AMR stuff, listen to some sound waves, look at something that distracts you, look at something that makes you laugh, trigger some of those vagus nerves, rub your ear, hum, sing a song, whatever it is, just take some time out. Work on those problem solving skills, because I guarantee a lot of the underlying issues with anger is basic triggers that could be avoided. So really focusing on what were the triggers and can I do some problem solving around those. So, all right, I'm always angry. The kids are leaving their shoes by the door. Fine. Are they always going to keep doing that? What could we do about that? Well, we could get a shoe rack outside, could get a box outside, and the shoes will go straight into the box. It could be the fact that the kids are just having to take them to their room. It could be the fact that they've got to do X, Y, Z. And then narrow that down till you get a solution that works. So practice those problem solving skills. It may be the fact that you do need to seek support. So you've spoken to your friends and your loved ones. You understand why you're angry. You've got the triggers. You've done the techniques. You've done the communication, but it's still there. And at that point, we're probably looking a bit more into mental health, aren't we? So let's talk to a professional and let's see if there is something else going on there. Is it we're in our 40s, we're a gentleman, our testosterone levels drop in, and when our testosterone level drops and we're entering the menopause, we are not going to be as friendly to the world because, again, we're fighting our own thoughts. And that's no different to our female counterparts when they're entering the menopause. It's a hormone imbalance. And is that what's going on? Do we need just to get some extra help and support? And then finally, let's practice those self-care skills. So making sure that we're addressing our physical needs and our emotional needs and looking at what that looks at. So are we getting enough sleep? Watch the insomnia video. Are we eating well, getting a healthy diet, and are we getting joy out of life? And if we're not getting joy out of life, maybe, just maybe, there is an underlying mood disorder or something else going on there that we need to address. Just remember, managing anger is a process. It takes time and it takes effort. It's never going to be cured overnight. I was working with somebody in primary healthcare for a good couple of months before we got it right. And I could see that they were getting frustration because it wasn't an immediate response. But this is part of our personality. Sometimes it's who we are, and it takes time to change a behavior. And if you set an unrealistic goal in front of you that I'm going to change overnight, of course you're going to fail. And then that's going to make you more angry and more resentful. But hopefully, learning some strategies will help you manage your anger, bring your life into more perspective, give you a better balance, and be a little bit more fulfilling. If not, please go to your doctor, have a chat. But anyway, my name's Steve. I'm the mental health nurse, and that's how to manage your anger.